Okay, good morning. So we are back in the workshop today for the time being. Quite a few things I've got to try and get done today. One of them is, as I've previously discussed, Evolution Aqua now have come out with or in the process of coming out with a retrofit for the sub 12-month-old EasyPods. So basically all the new ones now come with what they call UV ready. So basically it's got a tube, an insert, tank connector on the top of it that's already built in. Apparently nobody's done it before, so I've been asked if I would have a look at it, because I'm doing all different things anyway. So I said happily yes, I'll do it. So I'll just show you the bits and pieces that I'm going to be using today. And what I'll do is just to give you a bit of an insight into my version of how I think it will work. If anybody else comes up with any other ideas that may be better suited to it, happily, I ain't got a problem with it at all. So currently there is no part numbers for the parts that I'm going to be using at the moment, but those part numbers will be coming out very, very soon. It's been done in conjunction with Walker Coy, so obviously his rep is the one that he spoke to Rob, and that's how it came about him asking me to do it, which I said no problem at all. So what I'll do is show you what I'm going to be using, show you how I'm going to do it. It might fail, but at least we're going to have a go at doing it. So just turn you around and show you what equipment we've got. Excuse the mess. So basically it is a modified tube, as you can see. Obviously it's a piece of pipe they've cut down, and basically a tank connector. A bit of a weird shaped tank connector it is. It also has an internal slot in there if you look. So, and also on the top of that there's a slot as well. So we'll show you all of that, but obviously when they do the part numbers. And then we have the retrofit UV. Currently it's got a Euro plug on it. So what we'll do is we'll cut that Euro plug off after. We'll turn that into a 3-pin plug. Very, very simple how to do that. I'll show you how to do that. And then there's a transformer that goes with it. So some of the equipment that I'm going to use now, so bear with me a couple of minutes and I'll show you the equipment that I'm going to be using to do the job. So just bear with me a sec. So the equipment that I'm going to be using is a 98mm hole cutting saw, the attachment that goes on the inside, which sits on the outside of that, and then the drill that'll go inside like that. I'll set that up in a minute. And as usual, trusted Parkside saw, drill. So give me a couple of seconds, I'll set that up. So that's how it's going to be set up. So as you can see, you've got the bolt on the outside, 89mm hole saw. The shaft sits on the inside, as you can see, and the drill's in there. That's the easiest way to set that up. We are going to use this one, but taking into account the diameter of this is 90. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of finesse to get it to fit a little bit further on. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to set it all up. I'm going to empty the Nexus, and then once I've got that done, I'm going to disconnect it all and I'll stick that on the ground, and I'll be back with you in a few minutes. So I've disconnected it from the system, and what I've done is I've put a little tiny mark there. So the diameter from there to there is 5 inches, and the diameter from there to there is 5 inches. So what I've done is 2.5 by 2.5 and put a mark in the centre of it. So what I'm going to do now, I'm on my own, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and see if I can do it on a tripod. If I can't, I'll drill it and then show you in a minute. So just bear with me a couple of seconds. Oh, let's see if I can get this to work. Probably won't, but you never know. So that's the hole through. So, and that shows you the piece of plastic that we've taken off. So obviously this is all going to have to be cleaned up, tidied up to make it nice and tidy, and then obviously I'm going to have to wash all this as well, including the media. So I'll just get the pipe. So the pipe should fit. So as you can see, the top diameter is slightly out a little bit. I'm just going to see if I can push that in. No. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm just going to sand it a little bit now, just to make sure that I've got it clean, because obviously it's a 89mm cutter, but it's a 90mm hole, so there's a mil extra that I've just got to take off that. So just bear in for a couple of seconds. I'm just going to get some sandpaper and I'll be back. So I'm just going to try that now and see what that looks like. That's close, that is. Let's take a little bit more out. Oh, that's what happens when you try and use a tripod on top of it. See if I can keep that. No, it's not going to work. What I'll do is I'll disconnect it from the tripod. I'll do this and I'll show you. Apologies for that, the tripod dropped off, which is a bit embarrassing. But as you can see now, that's installed into there. I just need to do a bit of a clean up, a bit of a tidy up on there. You can see it's slightly out, but it's not out by much, because when you look, the bottom of the hole is absolutely smack on. So all I've got to do is make a couple of modifications to this now, because that has got to be that side. So just bear with me a couple of seconds and I'll show you what I mean. So that slot there has got to be able to come out through that hole. So what we've got to do is literally fit it in like that. So that's how we've got to fit it in. So I'll set that up now, give me a couple of seconds and I'll get back to you. So now if you look, you can see that the slot is located down there, look, you see it? It's located down there. That then now will gush through into there, and obviously that's how your UV is going to set up. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to take this back out, I'm going to wash all the plastic off, which obviously it's not worth doing on here, so I'm going to hose it all down, get it all clean. I'll put the screws into the top of here, and then as soon as I've done that, I'll show you how to install the UV into it. So bear with me a sec. So what I've done is I've used a slot cutter, which has got multiple steps on it, and I've used the small bits in the bottom to create 3 pilot holes. I've then secured it in. So these have been secured in and they're nice and tight now. Because they're basically soft tappers, all you need to do is top until it stops, and it's as simple as that. So I'll get this set back up and then I'll show you how to do the UV. Right, so standard Euro plug. This is what a lot of the stuff comes with nowadays. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this off and we're going to put on a standard plug. Now obviously if everybody knows how to do this, then just fast forward this bit. But I'm just going to show you my interpretation of doing this. I am not a qualified electrician. I just do this. This is how I do my stuff. So very simply, cut the end off. All I do then is I run a Stanley knife through the line, and all I'm doing is I'm exposing the wire. That's all I'm going to do. So obviously please be careful how you're doing this. Last thing I want is for anybody to get injured. And all I do then, strip it back, and then I cut that wire off. Now, and again, look, as you can see, standard 3 wires that we have. So I'm just going to modify these 2. I'm going to cut these 2 down slightly. Do the same with that one, obviously, because the earth in the plug is a little bit longer. These tools are really good. You can get them from Screwfix. These are about £6 each, and they're absolutely brilliant. And what they're designed to do is quite literally strip the wires away. So, like I said, I modify these, just giving a nice little twist. Like I said, if you know how to do this anyway, just fast forward this bit. I'm sorry if it's a bit boring, I do apologise. But there are going to be people out there that have never done this before. So hopefully you can do this exactly the same way. So the way I do it, I pull the connections out. You have earth, neutral and live. So brown goes to there, green goes to the top, blue goes to there. Sometimes you'll have cables that have just got brown and blue. So brown will go to that one and blue will go to that one, and obviously there'll be no green. So, like I said, just pull them out, unscrew them down. Just bear with me a second. Like I said, this is my interpretation of this, and again, I cannot stress enough, I am not a qualified electrician, but I've done quite a bit of electrics in my time. The odd socket here and there, the odd power supply, the odd motor, messing about with them. So what I always do, and this is just me, other people do it their way, but what I want to do is make sure that I've got a secure wire that's attached to it. So blue goes into that one, lock that in. And then the way that I do this, I pop fuse like that, take the fuse out, and then I'll undo that screw, same as what I've done with the rest of them. Now, some people may agree with how I do this, some people may not. Like I say, this is my interpretation in how I do it. The main reason why I'll take everything out is so I can absolutely make sure that everything is guaranteed secure. So then I'll pull the wire back slightly, I will feed green in, I will fill the blue in. So what I'll do is I'll just feed that back out a little bit. So I feed the blue in into there like that, and then I feed the brown over to there, and then pop fuse back in. So I've got everything in secure like that. Okay, I will tidy everything up in a couple of seconds. I just want to make sure everything is absolutely tight. And I want to make sure that there is no possibility of any wire in any shape or form being caught by anything. What I'll do then is tighten up the main section in the back. So once that's nice and tight, what I do then is fold the top on, screw that in place, take off all the stickers. Again, on a lot of them it will show you exactly how to do it, so it shows you the colours and it shows you the way to do it. So that's my interpretation of how I do that. So next things for us to do now is to connect this up. I'll get back to you in a couple of seconds. Right, so take the bag off. That then exposes the quartz. Quartz then fits inside into the hole like that. And that screws into like that. All we do then is it comes with its own transformer. So what I'll do is I'll feed that wire down there temporarily and I'll tidy that up later. So transformer will go on the wall over there somewhere. So it'll go over there somewhere. So we'll get that done. And then I'll plug it in and I'll take you through it. So just bear with me a couple of seconds. So as you can see now, I've just installed the transformer and I've just plugged it in. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some water in and then switch it on. So just bear with me a couple of seconds. So that's filling up now as we speak. So I'm just going to keep going all the rest of the water into there now. Okay, let's hope this works. 3, 2, 1. I don't know whether you can make that out. But there you go. So that now is good to go. Hope that's been of some help to you. Bearing in mind now it's currently 28 degrees, so it is incredibly warm out here. So again, hope you've enjoyed that. Yeah, so fantastic. Catch you again soon. Like and subscribe if you like it. Next couple of weeks will be solar panels and all the data for the solar panels, so that's going to be really good. Yeah, catch you soon.